Welcome to the PandaCast, where we are going to dive deep into the psychology of young adults and learn more on how they perceive the world around us. Today's guest is Sæmi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm doing quite alright. So, how's life?
Life's treating me well. Yeah.
Okay, it's good to hear.
Mhm.
So, how's school treating you?
Just fine. I'm happy to be done with the whole semester other than exams, but
Yeah, same
no
here.
homework.
No homework. So, are you happy?
Yeah, I think I am.
Oh, okay.
Right now, at least.
See, okay. It's a pretty good response.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10, what is your mental state right now, and do you want to change it?
8.5 or 9, and I mean, if I could, get any better, I would take that opportunity. But right now, I think I'm in a pretty good place, actually.
Oh, wow, okay. A very happy guy, I see.
Mm-hmm. I guess I am.
Okay. Well, what is the meaning of life for you?
Um, that's a big question. I don't know, living in the moment, I guess. Experiencing fun things, you know, taking learning what you can from, any experiences you really have, even the negative ones.
Yeah.
I guess that's, you know, staying what optimistic, that's the word.
Optimistic, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I see, okay. Um, so, do you think that we are the only species in space?
Other than like bacteria on like Mars, yeah,
Okay.
I think we're the only. I mean,
Do you
but
think,
like they found
okay.
water on Mars, so there's probably bacteria there. But other than that, I think that we're probably like the only intelligent life form.
Yeah, okay. Well, the water is actually underground, if I am correct, or if I believe I'm correct. And
Well, yeah, I mean, I
so,
just I just heard about the water and I was like, oh, bacteria probably. But
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're more get on that than I am, then
If
sounds.
they're like volcanic vents, then
Mm-hmm.
yes, most
True that.
likely bacteria. But
But overall, I don't know. But I if someone showed me evidence of aliens, I wouldn't like outright deny it. I'd be fine with that.
okay.
But for now, I'm pretty sure that we're the only ones.
So you think the Great Filter was behind us?
The great what?
The Great Filter. Do you know that?
No, I don't.
Okay. So Great Filter is either ahead of
Mhm.
us or behind us. What the Great Filter is, it's a filter for life, so it isn't abundance and like very huge amounts of life in space. Basically,
Mhm.
it filters out every like very lucky species only like go ahead. So, for example, if the Great Filter was behind us, then it could be the dinosaur extinction event for the comet hitting the Earth, and we were just very lucky that the Earth stabilized. On the other hand,
Probably, yeah. It's probably after us, right? Because like we're still like the universe is still super young. So I mean,
yeah,
there's probably gonna be another like species that comes up and definitely outdoes us. At the very least, matches us.
yeah,
Um, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff that the universe will eventually just go away, and then there might be another one, which is crazy to think about. But we might
yeah,
not even be the first universe, which is weird. But whatever.
yeah. You know, you know that like universe is expanding and all that stuff
Mm-hmm,
through
mm-hmm.
dark energy. Well, how did the Big Bang happen if everything is expanding?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, but I'm not really an astronomer, so I wouldn't know. But
Yeah, well, we could theorize. That's always an
yeah,
option.
I don't
Um,
really know. It's above me, I guess.
so, okay, let's see. Well, let's get a little bit down to earth and let's see your view of the state of the earth and the human species. Or do you view them in positive light or a negative light?
Just that in general.
Just in general, yeah. How do you view the state of earth? Is it positive or negative? And the Homo sapiens, is it positive or negative?
The Earth definitely could be better.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm definitely taking it from an optimistic point of view, but yeah, we're in a pretty bad spot, but it's not like it can't get better.
Yeah.
But like humans, there's a lot of evil in the world, but
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
personally, I think that evil is like necessary for good to exist, I guess. So I mean, it's gonna happen either way. Like I think overall we're not in the worst spot. Maybe we could be worse. Um, but overall, the state that we're in general is like mediocre. I'd say there's a lot that could be happening that's worse, but there's definitely a lot more that could be happening that could be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
Well, so what is intelligence?
Intelligence, consciousness, I guess.
What is
Just like
consciousness?
our ability to realize that we're alive, think about our lives, you know, do different things. Like if you wanted to, like we could, some person could be a businessman and like live their entire life doing that, but someone else could just like, you know, stay in bed for their entire lives, if they wanted
Yeah.
to. But like with animals, they have sort of like, pack-minded. They're just think of hunting and stuff like that. And with plants, they
Surviving.
don't even think. They can't even think. I mean, so that's what I would like. If you told me like rank intelligence of species, I would rank their awareness of what's around them and stuff. So like,
Okay.
I don't know, like middle ground would be maybe like dogs who understand that we're like caring of them, and they also understand that, oh, this like squirrel is below me, but like high of the pack is like us and like monkeys that can like completely like aware of like them, their
Yeah.
social classes, you know.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Okay. I mean, I think that intelligence could be like being aware and then also knowing your path, knowing your area, so you
mm-hmm.
can store that memory, so you know the place
mm.
and where is good food and where is not.
Hold up, can you give me a second? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very sorry about that. That was a bit
No
of a pause.
worries. No worries. All right. Me. Okay. So, where were we? Intelligence, pathing. Um. Okay. If you ever had depression, what was it like experiencing? Oh, never mind. No, what was it like experiencing it?
I don't think I've ever dealt with depression or anything like major like that. I've been in like a sad state of being, I guess, but I've never like been clinically diagnosed with like a state of depression or anything.
Okay.
So I wouldn't really know, but I've been around a lot of people who have, and it's a very destructive thing. It's very sad to see people go through it and you know like not be able to get better, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. What is your ultimate / end goal?
Like career wise or like social wise or like what do you mean?
Like your future goals. Like,
Just in general?
yeah. Like what is something that you've been dying to do?
Trying to do. I'm going to Florida for the first time like a year maybe. This winter break,
Okay.
which is something that I've been waiting for a while,
During
and
the COVID times.
it's yeah right. It's a bit weird, but I'm gonna be safe with it and everything. I'm gonna get tested and all that, but
I see.
you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
and I've always wanted to get into like film, I guess. I'm
Film
going over
industry.
there and I'm gonna film some stuff with my friends. It's not really that it's not that deep. We're just filming like skate clips, but I'm just trying to get used to a camera and all that, I guess.
So you
But I've always wanted to write and get into film industry and stuff.
so you want to be like a screenplay director?
Screenwriter, that's sort of my
Yeah.
ultimate goal. Yes, I could not be an author. I don't think that's too like linear, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So do you know a lot about the film industry?
Oh
Or
yeah, like um, I've gone a bit deep. I've gone into that sort of, and my aunt is an author, so I've gotten a
ah,
bit of an insight into just writing in general.
yeah,
But
yeah.
again, as I said, I don't think I would be a very good author. I think that's not made for me, but screenwriter definitely.
Screenwriter. Okay. I see. Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
S- Um. So, do you doubt yourself often?
Like, yeah, I guess, but like in a healthy way. I mean, by
Ah, okay.
doubting myself, I just like check myself. Like, I used to be like super egotistical. That was a big problem of mine. So now I just try to check myself a lot for that because that was like a really unhealthy habit that I had of like thinking of myself like first. But I'm trying to better myself in that way. So I've been checking myself, but not like I don't like doubt everything I do. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
a very like insecure person, I guess you say. Not anymore, at least.
I see. Okay. What is the perfect world for you, and do you often try to escape from harsh reality?
Um, I think that like having like a perfect world or like some like a perfect worldview is like I don't know, like not my forte. I usually just try to look at where I am and just like accept
Adapt.
it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Yeah.
have fun, have a positive worldview just overall. Because like yeah, I could try to escape it and like be happy that way, but I think it's more about like facing where you are right now and just being happy with that than trying to achieve something that you ultimately can't.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you often try to escape from the reality?
No, not really. I do like obviously I like dream and I imagine like my future, but I think that that's more of like a realistic reality, something that I could achieve. But I never try to like put myself into a situation that's like completely out of reach. But if you're talking about just in general, like imagining myself in a scenario that I'm currently not in, then yeah, a lot, but nothing too out there, I guess.
Okay. Do you try to escape from boredom?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I do anything I can.
Okay.
Um, that's why I'm also going to Florida because Iceland for me has been not like the worst, but it's been sort of boring. There's less to do here than in America, definitely.
Yeah. That I mean I can't say for sure because I've never been to America. But
Um, it just has a lot of things to do and a lot of food to eat. I guess that's the best part about it. A lot of like fast food places that I just love going to.
food eater or an eater,
Yes,
Uh,
I eat a lot.
okay. Do you believe in any religion, and if so, how has it shaped you?
Not like directly, but I do think that there should be like something there. I guess, but I don't. I'm not like Christian. I'm not like Buddhist or anything. I just believe that the chances of like me being here like right now were so low that just like something had to happen to like put me here. Like I guess fate. I guess like how some people believe in fate and some people don't. That's more what I would talk about. But religious, not really. But like I just believe in like
Yeah.
fate and destiny and all that. I guess.
Okay. So, do you believe in some parts of the religions or none?
Um, I guess like since like I would say that like again as I was saying about fate, like
Yeah.
some religions believe that their god brings fate, and I don't believe in that. But since they believe in fate and destiny, all that as well, I guess I could agree with that. But
Yeah.
the idea that there's just one thing, like one being that controls everything, is sort of out there.
Well,
You know?
it could be a Type 7 civilization or something like that, or
I,
species.
I don't know what that means, but
Do you know? Do you know the Kardashev scale?
mm-mm.
Okay, so here's a little history for you. The Kardashev scale is the amount of energy that a civilization consumes. I think we're
Okay.
I think we're like 1 point something. So one is manipulating the your planet's resources and having control over them. And then type 2 is having control over the whole solar system. So they would probably have like Dyson spheres or Dyson swarms and probably some.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
And then there is type 3, which controls the whole galaxy. And then it's like bigger steps and bigger steps. You know, we could probably. It's kind of like the more I think type 7. I don't think we could see like that big of a civilization, since it's sort of like 4-dimensional or 5-dimensional space. Since on paper, if they can't look up, or if there were like civilizations on paper, they can't look up, but we can look down at them. So they don't know we exist, but they know themselves that they exist, and they know their universe.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, like, I don't know. I've never been good at thinking about big topics, so I always just worry myself about it, or I just think it's something stupid. So I usually just try to deep dive out of that, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, that sounds very plausible to me. That sounds like it could be something that happens, like, you know, a civilization that's out there and we can't see them.
Yeah. Do you think that all this suffering for life is actually important?
Well, I think just like suffering in general is important because, like, if there was no pain, or if there was no like sadness or grief, then there also wouldn't be any like happiness or relief, because you can't, like, it's a yin and yang. You can't be happy if there's nothing to like be relieved about. Because I think just like I personally believe that happiness just comes in moments, just like these fleeting moments where just like you can be happy. I don't think it's like a way of life or anything. And I think just like those moments come from just inherently like a relief of sadness or a relief of grief or whatever.
Okay. Well, what do you think the end goal is for humanity?
For humanity?
Yeah.
Space, I guess, the final frontier or whatever.
Space.
I think once we get to another planet, like, that's sort of, we've gone as far as we can. We're not like eternal beings, and
so you
don't
don't think that we will be like type 2 or type 3 civilization?
I mean, maybe one day, right? But you know, that's very uncertain. It could all go down the shitter really quickly, or it could last for way longer than I could ever imagine it. But right now, I'm just gonna say, like, you know, we're probably not gonna get that far. But if we do somehow get to another planet, then that's, I think, where things would kick off, I guess, or we could go further from there.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
we've existed for like maybe 200,000 years, which is a blink of an eye, or not even a blink of an eye, comparing to the whole universe on the time scale. So, you know, that's very impressive, I would say, for a species to evolve so quickly to being able from 200,000 years ago being in caves and just being like a family, 10 people maybe, being hunters and gatherers, and then all the way
even past that, like the last 150 years we've developed modern technology. Like, it really is crazy how fast. But
exactly,
I think like humans, like, naturally are just self-destructive, so I mean,
so you think we will hit the self-destruction button
somehow, some way, I guess. Not like directly, not like immediately. I don't think like nuclear war is something that to be worried about, because of things like mutually assured destruction, all that keeping us in check. But like over time, I think we're more like slowly self-destructive, I guess.
I see. Okay. What are some topics that you're really interested in?
Music,
Okay.
video games, um,
Yeah.
poetry,
Poetry.
um,
Okay.
optimism, and
Huh.
weightlifting. I think that's all, basically.
Okay.
I'm not very four-dimensional person. I'm very two-dimensional, I'd say. Very easy to
To
just
understand.
very easy topic, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A bit of a normal, I guess, Homo sapien.
Yeah, right.
So, what topics do you know the most out of those?
The music.
Music. Okay.
That's something I've taken classes on and spent like hours on doing.
Do you
Movies,
create?
obviously, probably should have. Do I create music?
Yeah.
Sadly, no. I'm really bad at creating music. I've always tried to though, but mostly just playing music and listening to music that I enjoy.
Okay. So it's playing, listening, or creating.
Yeah,
So,
basically, like just playing and listening, or because creating is just that's above me. I guess I'm not good enough at music to do that. I guess you could say. But a
so
lot of people I know are, and it's very impressive.
okay. So do you like just study music?
Maybe not anymore. I used to take classes on it, not like study it, but I'm an enjoyer of it. I guess. I just I know that a lot of people are into music, but like
Yeah.
it's a huge part of my life. I guess
You're just
it
really
dictates.
into music.
It like dictates how I feel a lot of the time and how I am.
Okay. Uh, what are your opinions on conspiracy theories?
I'm a big well, this should be obvious, but I'm a big music theory. Like, do you know Elliott Smith?
No.
He's a really talented guy who, like, quote unquote, killed himself, and the same is for like Kurt Cobain. I like hearing about stuff like that where it's like they didn't really kill themselves and like it was their girlfriend or whatever. But other than that,
Okay.
I was interested in some things talking about the Las Vegas shooting a while back, but I don't like to question stuff like that because if I'm wrong, then I just disrespected like a huge tragedy, really. So,
I see. Okay.
but with like a suicide or something, even if I got it wrong, it's just like it's one person
Yeah.
who like
Okay, so you're
people
more
have said
into
it
the
was.
dark conspiracy theories than the more
Yeah,
innocent,
like
like flat Earth or
oh,
Nazis being controlling Antarctica.
that stuff is like I look at that as like comedic, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe maybe they're right, except for flat earthers. That's definitely wrong. But maybe the Nazis did control Antarctica or whatever. But you know,
Okay. Okay. I see. Um, what do your dreams look like?
like my dreams, or my dreams. Like
Okay, so
when I sleep, dreams or
two dreams. Sleep and future. I think you sort of touched on future, so if you want to go more in depth.
my sleep dreams are usually just nothing. Sometimes they're a bit weird, but I don't remember my dreams, so I can't really talk about that. But my future, I guess I just want to be something like bigger than me. I guess one day I want to have a lot of money so I can just help people that don't. I guess you know.
Big. What do you mean by bigger than you?
Well, like just like not living life for myself. I guess. Um, living life for the people that cared for me and care for me, and living life for the people that just like you know can't. I guess you know what I mean. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
be in my future getting like famous just for me. Like I guess bigger than me sounds really like ethereal or whatever, but I just mean like in general helping others. I mean being a
Yeah.
helpful person.
Okay. Okay. I see. I mean, you went through these questions pretty quickly. Do you have any questions, or
Mm, not really. I've never been good at coming up with questions.
coming up with questions on the spot? Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. Okay. Well, are you big into animals?
Mm, Yeah, it used to be. Not too much anymore, but I don't know. I've always been interested into like ocean life, I guess. But I wouldn't be like a marine biologist. But I find the ocean very cool, very interesting.
Okay, so, what are your fears?
The ocean, but that's it's a bit contradictory. But I don't like that feeling. But the ocean, um,
The ocean, yeah.
regret. I guess like regretting something, mostly just with people. Like I wouldn't want to like end like um wouldn't like end like a relationship or something with on like bad terms. I always try to like
Oh,
talk to
I see.
people.
Okay.
And I don't like spiders. Like I don't like how they look. Just whenever like a spider gets near me, I don't know. Different person, you know.
I
And
see.
I'm always like a rational thinker. So like if I'm in the gym and I'm holding a weight over my head, I'm always thinking, what if it like would drop or something. But other than that, I don't think that's really a fear. That's just like in the moment, just like thinking something stupid,
Yeah.
overthinking.
Okay, okay. I see. Well, fears are important for humans, since
Mm-hmm.
it's mostly about death, you know.
Yeah, I
S-
mean,
Spiders.
I've put a lot of thought into that. I guess getting past that. I mean,
Getting past the fears.
getting past the fear of death mostly. I mean,
Uh,
that's
I
just something that like really, really terrified me when I was a kid or something. But
are you still afraid of death?
like if I died right now, I'd probably be afraid of it. But like hoping that I can die at like a normal age that doesn't really scare me because I think at that point I would go through the experiences that I needed to go through. Sorry, and
Okay.
I've gone past it. Like a lot of people spend their entire lives thinking about death, but I think that's just wasting the time that you have here. So
Yeah.
I stopped thinking about it, I guess.
So you were afraid of like your own death,
Yeah.
but are you afraid of your any family or close friends' death or deaths?
Like I think I'm still too young to think about that because I've only had one like person that's close to me die. That was my grandpa, and
Mm.
like even then I didn't really know him like too much. It hit me pretty hard, but like I don't think I'm like in a place where I can like really think about that like clearly. Like I can't like tell myself right now that I would just be in tears if my mom died, and I can't tell myself that if my mom died I would be totally fine. I haven't been through that experience enough
Yeah.
times to really say, so I don't know.
I think I mean people say it's okay to cry, but it's also okay to not cry.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's okay to just take those experiences in your own pace, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, on the topic of death, do you have any pets?
Do I have any pets? Yeah, I do. I have 4 dogs.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Used to have 5. One of them passed. But
I see. Sorry for your loss.
nah, it's fine. Happened a while ago. Thank you,
Yeah.
though.
I have one dog and 2 cats.
Hmm.
The the one dog is like is one of the closest relatives to wolves, actually. But it's
Hmm.
like a tiny dog, a very fluffy one as well. Um, I don't remember the species for some reason, but yeah, it's very interesting because they're like super tiny and uh, and they don't seem threatening like wolves do.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like it would be pretty funny to hear about. Like if your dog was really tiny and then you heard that it was really close to wolves.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty funny.
yeah. Well, I don't like what sort of movie would you screenplay if you had the opportunity?
Probably horror movie because I'm really interested with horror movies and gore movies. But
Okay.
other than that, hmm, yeah, I don't really know. That's like I usually just think of like a very like general sort of scope to things, but I guess what I'm most into is darker things, I guess. Even though I'm a very bright thinking person, that's probably what I would write.
Okay. Isn't screenplay writer just the one that writes how the scenes are going to look and stuff like that, or is it like camera, where you move the camera?
Well, screenwriter just writes the script, and like he would also write like cues. Like he would write like camera cues, but those usually wouldn't be final. That's just what he would think would look good while writing it. But you know, it's overall just the main part is just writing the script of the movie. So.
Okay. So you also write the dialogue and that. Okay. I thought that would be just the writer, but I guess it's also screenplay writer.
No, I'm a writer just in general talks about like, you know, authors, writers, screenwriters. But screenwriter just means a movie or TV show writer, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else to add.
Then we could end it here.
We could. 30 minutes.
Is that the shortest one you've done?
Possibly. It could be it's either the second shortest or the shortest. Since,
well, you know, I'm a fast speaker, I guess. Fast and quiet.
I don't know. I usually just talk about in the longer podcast I talk about space more, and the egg, which is a very good video. I'd recommend to watch it.
That is the one from Kyrgyzstan, right? Where it's like, yeah, I saw that one. That one was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love the music in that one.
Yeah, I'm interested in philosophy, but it's like math for me. Like I'm interested in it and I'm good at consuming it, I guess, for philosophy, but I'm good at doing that. But like, I hate the idea of philosophy. I don't know. Like I would never be a philosopher, but you know, I can watch a philosopher talk for like 30 minutes straight without questioning it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't know. How did you like the egg?
That was just really was an interesting idea. Like I took that more from like I take most like philosophy things like that just from a writing perspective, like how well they wrote that as a story.
Yeah, that was
when you
very
really
good.
think about like what they were doing there, that's a really crazy idea. That's really weird. That was just when I watched that. I was like, wow, that's surreal. I was just like, that's crazy. But I said before, you know, I'm not good with all that. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I think it took them 1 year actually, or 1.5 years to write that.
Yeah, I mean,
and like do everything.
Yeah, I like stories like that, and I think it's called The Rememberer from like Exerbia. Do you know him?
No, I don't think so.
He's a really good like YouTube philosopher, and he wrote a story called The Rememberer, which is like it sort of has like a similar like approach where like there's a big like twist, but other than that, it's really different from that. But it's just like humans have like gained a really long lifespan, and like there's this person that's like put into like a daycare, which is like for like newborns, sort of.
Yeah.
Up until they're like 100, and he comes out of that daycare, and he meets some like guy who like talks to him about, you know, what's going on. But then it's revealed that like if you're, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's like a big reveal about who the main character is. It's really good. I suggest searching up The Remember by Exerbia. Really well written.
Oh yeah. I know Exerbia. He's a good one.
Yeah, his writing is insanely good, like crazy good.
Yeah, I think the one with I just remember the thumbnail, and just a thumbnail of a baby or something like that, and it's the meaning of life or something like that, the meaning of life or something. Yeah. Something along those lines.
If you see One of the Big Turtle, that's The Remember. It's a really it's like 30-minute short story, just Like, listen to it. That shit's crazy. Really good.
Yeah,
Really well good.
yeah. I he's a very good good guy at doing that.
Yeah, he's just like, it's not just his writing. His speech is insanely good. Like, he's very clear with everything, and his
Yeah,
tone is amazing for what he's writing. It.
exactly. And it's for some reason I always get this feeling that it's going faster and faster and faster as the
Yeah, he
time
gets sort of more intense. Yeah.
yeah, especially with a very short life thing where he talks to a baby about what what he's going to do in life. So he will grow up going to school, going to a different building that will be a little bit more of a difficult school. And then he talks about how we're in a rock on a rock in space in the middle of nowhere. Uh, he's he's very good. I gotta give him that.
He's pretty funny at times too, which I think
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I respect that. Like, keeping it light while talking about such a big topic is sort of, it's a nice thing to have, a nice thing to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, is that about it?
Yeah, I think it might be. We'll go get some dinner.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to the S.PandaCast, and see you next time.